What's going on? It's the weekend. Shout out to everybody who's in good spirits right now, who had some good stuff popping off today. Shout out to everybody who didn't engage in one form of gossip or another. The real players, right? My people. Yeah, y'all caught me about ready to go to this meeting so I could seal this deal and take this thing to an entirely different level, right? That's what we on. See this little thing that you guys see that we have going on? Oh, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and better, right? Listen, hope everybody had a real cool Friday. Listen, for those of you who didn't walk up to your supervisor and press him about that position that you know you can do, hey, stop playing. It's time to get to it, right? I would love for somebody to give me a, not a testimony. I would love for somebody to let me know one day that they pressed their supervisor and took their situation to a whole different level, right? But listen, I have a question. Matter of fact, check it out. So I did an Instagram live the other day, and I'm going to do them every Tuesday and every Thursday, right? I'm always curious that women have so much to say. I don't know, they'll comment on a post or something like that, or even men, I don't care who it is. But when you say, bring to my attention what I have wrong, what part of my information is inaccurate, it gets quiet. And I don't understand that, right? I don't understand that. I feel as though if you're sincere about the things that you say you have a gripe with, voice them, right? But no one ever says anything, which lets me know that you know the information's not as far-fetched as you would have one to believe. Could I be onto something here? But listen, topic of our show tonight. What's wrong with men treating women like sex objects when women are advertising themselves sexually? I know y'all can tell already it's going to get ugly in here real fast, right? Yeah, it's going to get ugly in here real fast. I would love for somebody to answer that question for me in live time. What's wrong with men treating women like sexual objects if women are advertising themselves every day sexually? What has to be going on inside? What is a woman's intentions and her thoughts when she walks out of the house like that, right? Right? Why would you let's take it here if you want to take it there. Let's talk about it if we're going to talk about it. I said, let's talk about it if we're going to talk about it. I said, let's talk about it if we're going to talk about it, right? Let me ask you a question. If you see a crack dealer hanging on his corner selling crack, would you approach him and ask him to help lead you to God? More than likely not. There's not a lot of people, 60-year-old women with their beautiful dresses on and their Bibles in their hands, showing up at crack houses every Sunday, right? My thing is this. Let's be honest. No, I'm not going to use the phrase let's be honest anymore. I'm going to start saying let's be adults about this. Adults should be able to, touch harsh issues and acknowledge one to another whether or not there's any merit to any of the issues that are being brought forth, right? So, I'm going to say it. Do you women believe that you dress like... Okay, I'm not going to go that far. They'll ban me right now. Do you ladies believe that you're asking for sexual attention? I hope there's not even one person that says no. If it is, I have no respect for you at all. You're not doing that because you're not wearing the things that I just showed you because you want a husband, right? So listen, let's be adults, right? Why are you tripping when I ask you for some guap 3000 on the first night and you're dressed like that? Even the second woman, it was a beautiful gown, evening gown, but it was very sexual, right? It leaves one to wonder, are there even any panties on under that, right? So ladies, why are you guys asking for respect in areas that you know you're not presenting yourselves deserving of respect, right? If you want to know, you don't want to know, but if you want to quibble and middle ground it, whether or not you're dressed inappropriately, we can do this in elementary terms. If you wouldn't wear it to church, you're asking for sexual attention and you know it, right? So when I asked you for some guap 3000 on our first night out, why are you tripping? Look what you came out dressed at. Basically, and I'm not going to say just to men, you know it too. When you ladies come out like that, you are saying to men, I might go. There's a chance I'll do something. Because we all know some people who we just respect and things like that, that they don't move like that. Because see, what they're going out and soliciting is respect. You're soliciting something else. If you go out advertising sexual energy, what do you think you're going to get back? But here's the caveat to all of this. I know something most men don't know. You ladies don't even want respect. You ladies don't want good men. Those men are lames and squares to you guys. They have podcasts that women own. They admit it. It's good that a man would have his finances and things together, but I just can't do if he's not exciting, and I need a nigga that's done shot some shit up before. I've heard this with my own ears. And look, most of you women agree. Do you know how I know? Because if you didn't agree with her, you'd have that guy. Everybody, we all know somebody who's secured his life. We knew him when he was in school that his life was going to be okay. But you don't want him. Most of you, I know some of you, you deal with drug dealers. And we all know what that outcome is, right? So I propose something. Listen, I wish y'all could see how these pants go with this tie. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm getting kind of vicious with this thing, right? Then when I walk down into this meeting, hopefully, you know what I mean, my representative will have arrived before I even touch the seat, right? If you just said something like this, to be honest, at this point in my life, I'm looking more for a man who can provide for me than anything. If you made a statement like that, right? Then you would open up the doors for rebuttal and negotiation and potential compromise. Maybe, just maybe, he would say this. Okay, so, it sounds like you're looking for Your mind's not set wholly on love. Okay, can we have an arrangement to where I respect you, and maybe later down the line, maybe there's some love pops in, but for right now, we secure a situation within each other. I make life a little bit easier for you. You don't mess with any other men. Whew, now we talking, right? We're talking. Because in essence, that's what you're doing. You don't go out in a nightgown where your nipples are busting through the chic of the silk. Do I really have to explain to you ladies how to date? Did you know that professional fishermen, they use certain baits for specific fish? You do too, and you know it. You know how to come when you're looking for a husband, and you know how to come when you're dating, and if he plays his cards right, he can smash tonight. You know how to dress yourself when I heard he's got a bankroll and I'm trying to seal that deal tonight, even if I have to guap 3,000. Right? So ladies, how about just being honest? Because you don't want what you're... Let's go here. Hey fellas, listen. The holding the doors open for women and the stepping in front of a knife for a woman, did you guys know that was reserved for a specific particular type of woman? It was the women of your grandmother's era when those women were really putting up with crap. They really were. They knew Papa was a Rolling Stone and they had his back. They stayed. You die for women like that. These women today will call you a bitch ass nigga. So why are you giving them rewards and prizes of traditional women when they are not traditional women? Right? And by no means am I insinuating disrespect women today, but make them earn their spot, make them earn their place. If she comes off like she's all about the money, that's not even indicative that you're not going to give her none. Just let her play a certain role for it. If financial security is what she wants, you make sure you get what you want. Because trust me, when women are showing up looking a certain way, they've brought their gun, okay? Don't be stupid. That is no different than a weapon, and she knows it. Men are visual, we're physical, and certain things cause us to react and respond in certain ways. Why do you think guys take women to Chanel stores and things like that, right? And I'm going to take it a step further, fellas. We all like women to look a certain way, right? But ask yourself how you want your wife to look. And if she falls into that category, that's fine. I'm not even saying that there's anything wrong with sexualizing your persona, right? But stop saying things like, you act like I'm just something, you treat me like a piece of meat. You gift wrapped yourself like a piece of meat, and you know it. I want to show you this again. Fellas, I want to show you what the word intentional looks like. If intentional had a face. That right there. It has a touch of class to it, but it has more sexy than anything. More than anything, makes you want to know what's up under that skirt, right? Fellas, you have weapons too. But it's like you don't know it. Do you know what your weapons are? Your weapon is treating women accordingly. How she comes at you, you respond to her with that same manner of heat and temperature. See, I don't have women problems like that. The same way some of you call me an a-hole, I'm the same way in the dating market. I'm the same way in the dating market. When I'm talking to a woman, everything is up front. I'm a monogamous-minded individual, and I expect certain things out of a woman. First and foremost, she must be a lady. And fellas, you have to know what you're into too. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to know what you want, because that way you can rate her on what her market value is. Like even the woman that I just showed you, if she doesn't have all of the qualities that you're looking for in a wife, utilize the qualities that she does have. Okay, that woman was apparently very beautiful, right? You don't just throw her away because you don't deem her wife material. I will say this, any of those girls, if they have social media, and they dress these types of way on their social media, they're internet prostitutes. Prostitution, people don't understand prostitution doesn't necessarily mean money, right? You ever heard the phrase attention whore? It's real. And the thing that you have to ask yourself is, what is a person wanting? Listen. These women aren't dressing like this and buying these expensive gowns to impress women. Is it cool if a woman knows that you just put your foot on her neck? Yeah, that's just a bonus. It's for men, fellas. Ladies, you know it to be true. If you have a woman who is putting provocative pictures and sexualizing herself on the internet, she's cheating on you. Ladies, you get identified by what you present. Do you agree with that or no? You get identified as what you present. So some of you, what are you presenting in public? When you're wearing clothes that a person is just really picturing himself and having sex with you right now. You get identified as what you present. So, and some of you, the way you dress, people don't, Mother Teresa isn't what comes to their minds when they see you. Yeah. It's definitely not Mother Teresa. And I'm not trying to be the fun police, because it's probably fun for you guys to get dolled up and make yourselves feel good about yourself, dress a certain way. But have you ever stopped to think what type of attention that you are baiting? Stop japping out on men when they ask to have sex when you came to this date sexualized. Ain't that kind of crazy if you think about it? You came to this date over sexualized and you know it. So when he asked you to put your hand on his lap in the car, you didn't present yourself as someone who that is unbecoming of. I'm not even saying you're wrong. I'm saying have some empathy, have some grace, and have some patience for the men who you say, hold on, I'm not that type of girl. Well, if you're not that type of girl, who is the girl that showed up? Because she must be different from you. The girl who showed up was dressed scantily. And there was a motive behind it. Right? You ladies need to start behaving like the treatment you want. That's what men find utterly confusing about you. You don't like it when men behave a certain way to you, but you invite it based on your presentation. If you don't want a man thinking he can get some guap 3,000 on the first night, don't come with that energy. There's multiple different versions of energy. You can come with the lady, respectable lady, like honorable lady type energy, right? I know women, I went to dates with women like that. Like you couldn't even see any of their curves, but it was something so sexy just about the fact that they were portraying themselves in an honorable lady type like, right? You ladies really should present yourself how you want to be treated. And don't act all crazy and goofy when you're getting treated a way that you don't agree with. First, you have to assess your overall self, your reputation, your image, and ask yourself, do those things look like they could be any type of contributor to the way that this man is treating you right now? Maybe some valid points, maybe not. Maybe this doesn't even apply to you. What men want, if you've been told most of your life that men are simple and men are visual, if you know these things, then be simple with men. If you get into our car on the first date with a tire that has nipples busting out, a dress that's just wee shy of me being able to see the lower bottom half of your buttocks. Don't come off as offended when I ask you, can I come in when I drop you off? Yeah, you guys get to talking about, I don't know what made him think that he was going to get some on the first night. You don't? The way that you women dress every day is indicative of someone who more than likely will go. But it throws men off when you act like you won't when we advance towards you like that. And no one can tell you how to dress. No one can tell you. Because yeah, there's probably some fun to it. But I would say more than anything, just be more strategic. For the things that matter in life, for the big moments, when you're going on dates looking for your husband, dress like it and behave like it. Because if you go dressed looking like I may give up some guap 3,000 tonight, a man is going to ask for some. You must understand that. What type of people you think show up at marketing firms with their resume? It's not WWF wrestlers. That's not it. If you show up looking like a prostitute, more than likely, that's the conversation that you're going to have. It's a conversation that you're going to get. For the longest, we haven't been able to figure you women out. The reason we know we don't know what you want is because you don't know what you want. You're lying. You're saying you want the things that traditional grandmothers wanted and received, but you don't. You walk over those type of men because they're lame, because they don't sag their pants just a little bit, not the crazy type of sag, because they don't have a closet full of J's, because they won't fight at the drop of a dime as soon as they're disrespected, because they don't have the hookup. You guys need to make it clear what you want, because you're not making it clear. You come over sexualized and you act shocked or disrespected when someone brings up sex as a subject. It's crazy. It's very crazy to me, seeing how simple and logical we are, right? But listen, I actually have a full show that I'm about to do on this. I wanted to get with you guys and push some things out there before my meeting, but I have a full show that I'm doing on this, to let everybody get some understanding, because I believe a lot of times this show hits women with things that they kind of maybe hadn't even thought about before, right? And that's the good information, though, because the information that all of us already have, we've probably acted on it to the fullest of our capacity, and it's kind of discarded in our old memory banks now. But the information that you didn't have and now you receive it, you can kind of activate it a little bit, and you can activate it and get some benefits from it. But yeah, this is one of our shorter shows due to my previous engagement. I got a meeting that I got to go to downtown, and like I said, try to make this experience a lot more pleasant for you guys every time you come. Yeah, but yeah, we had to touch on this. But listen, I'm going to upload the show in its entirety like tomorrow. I'm going to do a privately recorded show and upload it. I think it's like an 1.5 hour long show. We'll chop some snippets of it up so you can see that as well. But yeah, we're about to get out of here. Ladies, you are bait. Whatever it is that you're trying to attract, dress like it. Behave like it. You dig? And on that note, people, we're about to get out of here so I can go down here and create a more pleasant experience for you guys. Hopefully everything goes right, which I'm certain that it will, because God is amazing, right? Peace.